Weekends at the Hardin house always involve two things. We've always got something under construction, and we've definitely always got something cooking in the kitchen. So while my boys are hard at work on our new hardwood floors, I'm going to get us started with some steamed mussels, and then to go with that, a crisp mojito for Mommy and Daddy. I've already gone ahead and gotten the pot started, and I have fresh herbs from the garden. Today I'm using sage because it adds a little sweetness to the overall flavor profile. And I get to go out there. I have the luxury of being able to go outside and just cut it because it's summertime here. But another great way to preserve your herbs and get to use them all year round is to chop them up, fill them in an ice cube tray with olive oil and freeze, and it's just about the right amount of olive oil that you're going to need to start any dish off so that you can get all your other ingredients sauteed. So now we're going to come back over here and get going on our mussels. The olive oil is in the pan, so now I'm going to add 1 small shallot and about 3 cloves of chopped garlic. We're going to get that going. Keep your heat at about medium so that you don't overcook the shallots or the garlic. You don't want them to brown. Another great tip in the kitchen, an easy way to get your garlic opened up out of the clove is to set it on your cutting board and to slightly mash it, and then it just easily peels away. You get the idea. So next what we're going to do is add some white wine to the pan, and we're just going to continue to just sweat the garlic. Anything will do when you're steaming mussels. If you want a sweeter wine, go with a Riesling, or if you want something crispy, go with a Sauvignon Blanc, or you can always stay middle of the road with Chardonnay, but pretty much what you've got in your fridge is going to work. So we're going to add about a cup of wine and get that going. Another thing that we have lots and lots of in our garden is tomatoes. So pretty much every meal at our house has tomatoes in it somehow. So today I'm just going to add it to our saute pan. I'm cutting up Romas, and you can just keep them sliced. You don't want them that big, just cut it in half. Chocolate cherry are my absolute favorite tomatoes, but they didn't do so great for us this year, so I'm going to put my 2 lone ones in there. While that continues to cook, we are going to add about a half a stick of butter, and let that melt. So now that we've let our sauce simmer for about 5 minutes, just let it cook down just a little bit and let all those flavors really marry together, we're going to add our mussels. When you go to pick your mussels out, we just went to the seafood department at Publix, but you can find mussels really anywhere. And a lot of the restaurants that purchase from seafood companies locally, sometimes they have a retail front and you can get them there. But the main thing you have to make sure with all mussels is that they're closed. And if they're closed, that means that they're still alive. And just because they open up a little bit by the time you get home doesn't necessarily mean that they're not alive any longer. So what you're going to want to do, if you find one that's slightly opening, you just press it down for about 5 seconds, and once you release it, if it stays closed, then you're still good. But if it happens that it pops right back open, then you probably want to discard those. So we're going to use about a pound of mussels, and we're going to add them to our sauce. Mussels cook quick, so this is a great great dish when you're having a busy work day at home. But it's still tasty, so quick does not mean that it's compromised as far as taste. So now we've got the mussels going. I'm going to cover them up. We've got a clear lid, so it'll be great to be able to see when they're ready. And as soon as they start to pop open, that's going to be when you're going to want to start pulling them out, because you don't want them to get chewy, because then you've just totally wasted all your mussels. So while that's cooking, we're going to come over here and work on our mojito. Mojitos are traditional Cuban drinks, and the best way to make a mojito is with a minted simple syrup. And it's really easy to make a minted simple syrup. You just start with a cup of water, a cup of sugar, and about 8 to 10 mint leaves, and bring it all to a boil. Bring the sugar and the water to a boil, then add your mint leaves and turn it off, and just let it steep for about an hour. But it adds a lot of flavor to the drink and really gives it that minty flavor. So you're going to start with your mint. And in our garden we don't have mint, but our neighbors have a whole side of their house is full of mint, so they just let us come get it when we want. Add your mint to the glass, and you can just kind of scrape your finger down the stem to make it a little easier. It smells so good. Now, you're going to take your pestle and you're going to add a little bit of the simple syrup, about an ounce. And then just muddle it together to really push that mint flavor through even more into that simple syrup. Next, you're going to add about 4 wedges of the lime, which is about half of the lime. Just drop them right down in there. And then about 1.5 ounces of good Puerto Rican rum. I'm not a professional, by the way. Okay. And then crushed ice. Traditionally, mojitos are made with tonic water, but this time I'm going to switch it up a little bit and use a little bit of champagne. Give it a good stir with your straw. Really mix it all together. I'm going to add a little more sugar. Okay, let's go check on our mussels, see what's going on over here. It looks like they're starting to open. We might give it another few seconds. So while we do that, I'm going to take our plate. I cooked some angel hair pasta because we need something to soak up this tasty wine sauce, and so it really makes it a little bit more of a meal and gives them lots of energy to keep working hard on their projects. I'm going to give Hunter Bear a little bit of a different version because I'm pretty certain he's not willing to try any mussels. So I'll probably just put some angel hair pasta in his dish and then just pour over some of the sauce. And I think he'll like it. Turn this off. Set our top in the sink. Make sure you get lots of the vegetables and the herbs. You can even have it with grilled Tuscan bread if you like. It's easy to grill bread in the oven if you've got a good grill pan. Just get your heat really high, and then once you've got it to the crispiness that you want, then take a head of garlic, cut off the top, and just rub it on, and it really absorbs the garlic flavor. But I think we're going to need a spoon to get this out. Okay, we'll just pour it on there. There you go. Steamed mussels. Happy Saturday. What are Mommy and Daddy eating? What is that?
Mussels.
Mussels. Why don't we eat the shell?
Because you can't eat it.
Why?
Because you can't.
Because that's its home it lives in the ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to try a mussel? You want to try one?
I want to hold it.
You want to hold it? You can't hold it unless you eat it. No? Did you eat your noodles Mommy made you? Eat your noodles, noodle. The itsy bit.
Bad, come up the big noodle.